Hello, guys. Greetings everywhere you find yourself. I've been trying to get myself organized so that I can relay the information that I have to you, but I kind of been stuck on some code, and so forgive me. Yeah, so just a little bit of information that I have, and I have to package it in the form of a presentation to just get ourselves informed so that we make the right decisions. So you're all welcome to this asset ship kind of opportunity. And before we really delve into it, I want to reiterate that, as usual, everything that we share are for educational purposes. They are not meant to they are not meant to serve as a guarantee to your success. And so ensure that whatever decision you make, you are solely responsible for your decision. And of course, we are not financial advisors. I am not. And so don't. Right. So over the years, we know that money has evolved right from the barter trade to cryptocurrencies. And back in 2008, 2009, when Bitcoin started, there's been complaints and issues from government and from prominent people in society trying to bring it down. But if we look at the trend and we look at how Bitcoin has, gone against all odds and now still strong, we can say that cryptocurrencies are here to stay, and going forward, they are going to be the next kind of medium of exchange. All right. Now, what gave birth to the cryptocurrencies? We know that there is a grand ledger called a blockchain, or an operating system, which has to do with networks of networks that came together. And this platform is what we are using to create cryptocurrencies. So cryptocurrencies basically can be used for two things: to create technologies and also to create digital currencies. And the digital currencies operate with encryption, high level of encryptions, high level of mathematics, in so to say cryptography. And because of that, the security levels are that high. So if you look at the use cases for the first cryptocurrency, if you look at this current picture, you can understand how valuable cryptocurrency, for that matter, Bitcoin, is, and why we should pay attention to it. If you look at an asset like gold back in 2012, okay, which was trading around $1,700, and 10 years later, still trading around $1,800. It's kind of, that's stable. And more or less, if you look deep into it, you can also see that it seems it has lost a bit of a value, all right, but slightly. But let's compare it with that of Bitcoin, which was trading around $6 back then. And 10 years later, Bitcoin is around, $43,000. Okay. So this makes us see that there is value for money here. Okay. Now, this was a video. I'm not going to play the video to make our conversation that boring. But then it was basically talking about a new world order that was World Economic Forum, what they discussed, and it was brought to light that blockchain is the next financial disruption. And so government and institutions are all going to migrate whatever they have onto the blockchain platform. And it's not surprising for us to know and see that Nigeria has successfully completed their rollout, and they are now on e-naira as a blockchain product. Okay, they use the blockchain to create the electronic naira as a currency, which they are using. All right. It's not also surprising that our country, Ghana, is also on the way to getting it done, making it happen. That, yes, the Ghana cedi is also having a blockchain based one, which is the ECD. All right. So it was not, surprising for the governor of the Bank of Ghana, Central Bank, Ghana, to also make the pronouncement that they are ready for dialogues as far as cryptocurrencies are concerned. So if you look at the technology, everything points to the fact that no, the decentralized nature of it ensures that nobody can take absolute charge of it and then bring it down and ensure that people are no longer using that technology. It's like saying that a particular country is the regulator of the internet, because the blockchain as a platform can be likened to the next internet to happen to our world. All right. So all of these are telling us that yes, the blockchain is here to stay. The current government of Ghana, the vice presidents also make their pronouncement that no, they have seen that blockchain is the go-to technology, and they want to ensure that Ghana is not left out. All right. Now that said, we have to look at the business aspect of the blockchain. All right. Now, if you look at how people make sustainable, revenue, sustained, income, sustained, finance, if you look at all the routes that people use to make money, all right, two things stand out. Whether you are using profit to live or whether you are making money from interest, all right? And these two are the best that can happen to anybody. Why are we saying that? Jim Rohn once said that profits are better than wages. Why? He saw that through experience, wages are things that make people a living, but profit can make people a fortune. This is so true. And so we would want to look at blockchain and cryptocurrencies, what we can do to make profit or some interest from it. This is the genesis of everything we want to discuss. So you can decide to be an investor as far as this new technology is concerned, or you can also decide to be a trader. And so day to day, you look at currency pairs and then you trade them and you make some profit out of it. But our real focus is on the investment side. All right. Now, when it comes to investment, a lot of people have different, opinions and diverse ideas. Because of past experiences and all that, people have decided to close their mind and not to be open-minded. But if we look at this particular picture, there is a lesson here. It all boils down to your mindset. Why? The horse has been tied to this little piece of a chair that it can decide to move and go wherever it wants to go. But because it has been trained that if we tie you to anything, just remain put, stay put, don't go anywhere. So it has been, the mindset has been, trained that way. The lesson is that some of us, what we feel, what we know, what we see investment to be are not the right mindsets, and they are all stuck in our head. Because of that, then when we hear about investment, we close our mind. We don't even want to think about it. But if you are that person, please have a change of mind. All right. This is also a video, but I'm not going to play it. It also a video that showcase all other assets compared to cryptocurrency, for that matter, Bitcoin. And we saw that for the past decade, Bitcoin has really performed in terms of percentages. It has done really crazy numbers than any other asset in history. So it is documented that Bitcoin is the only asset that has performed better than any other asset in terms of returns and in terms of the the outcome of it. So timing is of essence. We need to really, really wake up to blockchain technology. We need to wake up to cryptocurrencies and then take what is on the table. All right. Right. Now, that said, because everything has to deal with time, as far as investment is concerned, your timing must be right. If you don't invest at the right time, you are bound to lose out on your investment. So, in the blockchain space, in the financial market, in the crypto space, there is a period that we refer to it as the bull run, the crypto bull run. Bull run. What is the bull run? The bull run is just a period where most or majority of the assets, we can say more than 90% of all cryptocurrencies and assets in the market, do better percentages. You buy them, you hodl them, or you keep them, and for a very short period of time, you see that the percentages of gains that you have made are very satisfying. Okay, we are talking about 200%. It could be 1,000%. It could be some asset can give you 5,000%. Some asset can give you 10,000%, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000 percentages. All right, these are realistic percentages that can happen in the bull run. So some can, be of the view that, oh, if bull run happened some time ago, what is the guarantee that bull run will still happen? Yes, I want to assure you that everything is a cycle. As far as there are seasons of growth, there are seasons of planting stuffs, then definitely there is a season that things will be very hard, and there are seasons that things will be okay in terms of finance. So the bull run will happen again. Now, back in 2023, somewhere in September, we anticipated some catalysts that will bring the 2024 this year to next year's bull run. And the very first one was interest rate. We saw that the Fed in the States, United States, started cutting rates down. You know that after the COVID, things got really, really, really bad in terms of economics. Quantitatively, the economy was very, very tight. All right, and right from September 2023, the Fed started, gradually loosening or easing the rate. All right, then earlier 2024, somewhere January 9th, January 10th, we saw that there was the first Bitcoin ETF that was also announced. This event, when it happened, it helped such that bigger and qualified institutions can also have a piece of the cake, which has to do with Bitcoin. All right, so they can go to registered custodials and get certificate to represent that they also own some part or some portion of Bitcoin. That was a major event that also happened in the United States, and it affected the price of Bitcoin. All right, then somewhere in April to somewhere I think I should think April, we also saw the Bitcoin halving as also another event, which was also a catalyst to making sure that the bull run is on course. It will happen. For those of you who don't understand or who don't know what Bitcoin halving is, let's assume that for this year, the halving of Bitcoin, the mining of Bitcoin, once you are able to use your computational power with some sort of energy to mine Bitcoin, you are given, let's say, 20 Bitcoins. All right. The programming of Bitcoin is saying that for every 4 years, okay, for every 4 years, you use the same energy to mine Bitcoin, but this time the reward that was given you, which was 20 rewards, you are no more going to be given 20, but they will give you 10 Bitcoins. That is how Bitcoin has been programmed. What it means is that for the next 4 years too, people who successfully mine Bitcoin are not going to get 10 Bitcoin, they will get 5. So at every 4-year interval, the reward given to miners are divided into two. It is halved. Okay, the rewards are halved. So economically, if the rewards that are given to miners are halved, it means that there is a shortage or the demand, okay, the supply of Bitcoin has been reduced. And once the supply is reduced for the miners, it therefore suggests that the supply to the broader market for us to buy and sell will also be reduced. And once that also happens, it means that if the demand remains constant or the demand increases, then there will be a shock on the price of the assets. All right. So once the demand is increasing or the demand remains the same, then the price will go high. And if prices are going higher, then it suggests that we are in the bull run season. Then, same year, this year, we also saw that Ethereum, the next, the second most traded and the second, greatest kind of market capitalization of an asset in terms of when it comes to the cryptocurrencies. Okay, but yes, Ethereum is the second, most valuable asset. That one too was also given the green light. So it also had its ETF launched. Okay. Then the last catalyst has to do with the US presidential elections. We know that the US just finished their elections, which happened in November 5th. And the one that won, Donald Trump, is a crypto guy. And so all of these have successfully been executed and ensuring that the crypto space is also well prepared for this year's bull run. So all indications have ushered us into the bull run, and technically we can see that the bull run has started right from the month of November 2024. All right. So let us not be swayed but by any comment, any sentiment from elsewhere. There will always be bull market followed by bear markets and followed by another, bull markets. So far as seasons are realistic, bull markets and bear markets will always be. For those that don't know, bear markets are periods where assets really go down in prices. All right. And so the market really looks that red and red and red and red. But bull markets are the green candles or the green seasons where we see an increase in prices, increase in percentages and all that. All right. Now, let's base our conversation on history. If you look at this chart, all right, these are comparisons to the US elections. Okay, if you look at back in 2016, when US decided to do their elections, look at the percentage drop before the elections. Okay, that is negative 10.2%. Right after elections, look at what the bull run brought to the price of Bitcoin. Okay, Then 2020, quite recently, the last bull run, the percentage drop was around negative 6.1%. Right after that, look at where Bitcoin went. Bitcoin went as far as $69,000 per one. Okay. Then, in this current presidential election that just ended, okay, right after it, we before it we saw a percentage drop of negative 6.3%, and before the elections, just this year's elections, Bitcoin was around $66,000. As we speak, Bitcoin is around $91,000. Today is November, I think 14th, and Bitcoin is around $91,000. It hit an all-time high of $93,000. Okay, so we are just at the beginning of this bull run. All indications are very clear, and for that matter, we should be well prepared and well positioned. Okay, well positioned. There is nothing that is going to cancel this bull run. It is going to happen. So what do we have to do? The only thing we have to do is to find potential assets and then ape into them. Potential assets and then buy them. How do you buy it? You look at the assets once you have it, and you make sure that you buy when the asset is low in price, and you sell, you monitor the asset, and then when it's high in price, you sell it. Then you make some gains. So the percentages that we talked about, if you are seeing better percentages in the asset that you bought when it was low, then you sell it and then you don't look back to the percentages. All right. These are past results. Okay. These are some of the assets that we researched and then invested into them, and they gave us, some level of percentages. If you look at the very first one, Dion, for example, okay, and you look at the percentage that Dion was able to give, around 1,417%. That was barely a year, okay, less than a year. We saw this percentage. If you look at Casper gave around almost $500 in percentage. The next one, somewhere 13%, and so on and so forth. All right. So what is the lesson that we want to take out of this? The lesson is that the bull run is here with us, and we don't want to sit on the fence. Look at the next portfolio that was also created. With that portfolio as well, we can see that Bitcoin gave, Casper gave over 800%. Dion did over 300%. GHS, which is Gamer Coin, which has to do with a particular game platform, it also gave over 90%. All right. Then the next one. So we can give testimonies over testimonies over testimonies. The bottom line is that the system works, and we know how to go about the research, how to ape into some potential projects and make good gains. So we want to share some possible assets that some of you can ape into them, take positions, and ensure that you have good volumes. All right. And out of the lots, if at least one or two of them do some crazy percentages for you, you are good to go. So EGLD, all right, is an asset that you can try and then take position on. Rose is also a very solid project. Currently, the price is around $0.082. You can also consider Shido, which is also an undervalued gem. Shido is in the DeFi space. You can also take position with that. It has 100x potential. You can also look at Dion. Currently, Dion is around 0.0065, which has room to do more than 50x. Amino Rewards Ammo, you can see where you can get it and trade it. Looking at the potential for that, you can also do more than 50x, X swap is also another project that can also do well. LAI, SMT, which is a project about tokenization. Coinos, the free blockchain, and then the social tokenization project, LYXE, is also there that we can all take positions into. So I want to encourage all of us on our platform that we should be wary of the times. We should take calculated risk, and know that once we are alive in these times, we should not miss opportunities. Similarly, we have to ensure that we take risk and we don't miss any opportunity that will come our way. Once the bull run is over, somewhere around next year, 2025, August, September, thereabout, we will be going into a depression for the world as far as the charts are concerned. And so let's not sit on the sidelines. Let's take action and get some assets, in our portfolios. Let's really position well, and God will bless our efforts. Thank you so much. And if you have any other comments, you can post them, and I will look into them and then offer my 2 cents of a knowledge. Thank you very much.